Hello everybody and welcome to the latest Wild Atlantic Adore video blog. This is a Valentine's Day special which is about the old church of Dunlewey, which was built as a monument by a heartbroken wife on the death of her husband, and I call it the Donegal Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal, which means the crown of the palace, is an ivory white marble mausoleum on the south bank of the Yamuna River in the Indian city of Agra. Commissioned in 1632 by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan, who reigned from 1628 to 1658, it was a memorial to house the tomb of his favourite wife, Mahal. It was completed in 1653. 200 years later, another monument to love and loss would be completed by a grieving spouse, this time in Ireland and in County Donegal, that of the old church of Dunlewey. The church lies silently at the foot of Mount Errigal, the tallest of the Donegal mountain range and the largest in Donegal. A beautiful building, it is a lasting memorial to a great love affair, that of James Russell, once the landlord of the Dunlewey estate in Donegal, and his wife Jane. James Russell married Jane Smith in 1825, and they set up married life in London. James would go on to make a fortune as a hop merchant. They would be blessed with 5 daughters: Fanny, Henrietta, Emma, Louise, Sarah, and Josephine. Using the wealth they had acquired in London, the couple decided to leave England and purchase the Dunlewey estate, an area of sheep, lakes and outstanding natural beauty, with the wild Atlantic to the west and the Donegal mountain range to the east. The Dunlewey estate is recorded at the time as consisting of a house, outbuildings, gate lodges and 3,825 acres of land, which was a large holding by the standards of the day. Now little is written of their time in Dunlewey, but James died on the 2nd of September 1848. Heartbroken, his widow decided to build the church as a lasting monument for her husband. Like the Taj Mahal, the Church of Ireland building was constructed using white marble but also blue quartzite, which was quarried locally. The supply of the marble in the nearby quarry has now been depleted. The red brick and the arches of the windows were produced locally. Remnants of the brick field are still visible when the level of the Dunlewey Lake has lowered. James Russell was laid to rest in a vault under the church floor. On the 1st of September 1853, the church was consecrated as a chapel of ease to the Church of Ireland in Tullabegley, which was the parish consisting of the modern-day parishes of Gweedore and Cloughaneely. The church is nestled in the valley between Errigal and the Poison Glen, an area of stunning beauty and with a long history. Whilst ominous sounding now, the Poison Glen may have been given the wrong name. So how did the Poison Glen get the wrong name? Well, one story is that the wrong translation from Irish to English caused the confusion, and the correct name should be Heavenly Glen. The Irish word for heaven is Neam, and the Irish word for poison is Neam. One other reason could be that the Poison Glen owes its name to the former presence of the highly toxic Irish spurge moss. It is rumoured that the plant poisoned the drinking water, and although the spurge moss is now extinct here, farmers are still advised to keep their animals away from the glen's waters. Both stories seem highly plausible. However, I prefer to think that folklore has given the glen its striking name. The story from lore is that the one-eyed king of Tory, Balor of the Evil Eye, had a beautiful daughter, Ithnu, who kept locked away in a tower out of men's view. This was because he had been forewarned by druids that only his grandson could end his life. However, word of her great beauty spread, and she was kidnapped and brought to the nearby mainland at Marorty. Balor in a fury followed and caught up with her kidnappers at the entrance to the glen. He rescued his daughter and killed her kidnappers with a giant stone. To this day there are many stones standing in the glen, and they are said by locals to be the poisoned eye of Balor, who has given his name to the glen where the old church of Dunlewey now lies. With immigration and the decline in the Dunlewey estate, the population plummeted, as did the congregation of the Dunlewey church. Gradually neglect and the elements took their eventual toll. In 1955, the roof had deteriorated to such an extent that it was decided to remove it as a safety measure. The fixtures and fittings of the church were distributed to other churches throughout the Church of Ireland Diocese of Derry and Raphoe. The bell was also removed and is now installed in the Cashel Church of Ireland near Doe Castle. In 1987, the local community restored the floor. In 2005, half a century after the roof was removed, work began so that this beautiful and historic landmark was preserved for future generations. The church now stands roofless but sturdy, a popular tourist attraction and a poignant reminder of an enduring love. The poignant story does not end with the grief of Jane Russell. Another landlord of the estate, Richard Lewis Crankshaw, who died on the 29th of November 1929, is buried in the grounds of the old church of Dunlewey, but without his wife. This is because his widow, Mary, also known as Nellie, was a Roman Catholic, and when she died in 1946, she was buried in the graveyard of the Sacred Heart Roman Catholic Church, which lies just across the lake in sight of the old church of Dunlewey. If you visit the Sacred Heart Church, you will see one gravestone turned towards the old church of Dunlewey. That's Mary Crankshaw. She wished to be buried in sight of her husband, facing his grave. The other headstones point away from the old church. So when you're in the Gweedore area, make sure to visit the old church of Dunlewey, or as I call it, the Donegal Taj Mahal, a monument to love and loss, the old church of Dunlewey. I hope you've enjoyed our little tale of love and loss, and if so, please like our Facebook page, Wide Atlantic Gweedore, and visit our website, www.wideatlanticgweedore.com. Once again, thank you very much for listening to me, and cheerio till we speak again.